Many of us spend our lives avoiding the difficult questions, the ones that stir up discomfort and challenge the ease of our routines. But what if I told you that your greatest potential lies hidden in these uncomfortable moments? These aren't just questions to be brushed aside. They are the keys to unlocking deeper growth and fulfillment. The path to transformation doesn't lie in avoiding discomfort, but in diving headfirst into it and pushing our boundaries beyond recognition. Today, we explore Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that remains as relevant now as ever. Stoicism doesn't just challenge our way of thinking, it has the power to reshape how we live. The Stoic teachings don't promise a life free of hardship, but rather, they guide us to embrace those hardships as essential parts of our personal development. Resilience, in the Stoic sense, isn't about running from challenges, but about welcoming them as opportunities for growth. Stoicism teaches us that true wisdom comes not from avoiding life's turbulence, but from navigating it with clarity and virtue. In this journey, we'll explore how Stoic principles can help us live more meaningful, fulfilling lives. Whether you're feeling stuck or you're simply looking to refine your approach to life's hurdles, Stoicism has something to offer. The philosophy isn't just for intellectual study, it's meant to be lived each and every day. So, if you're ready to transform your life, let's dive in. In Stoicism, big changes are not achieved by overwhelming, drastic actions, but by small, deliberate steps. Stoicism doesn't push for quick fixes or radical transformations, which can often feel unsustainable. Instead, it encourages gradual progress, one manageable step at a time. Think of it like laying down the foundation for a building. Each small action you take is a brick in the construction of your new self. Start by incorporating small, meaningful habits into your routine. It might be as simple as spending 5 minutes each morning reflecting or journaling, habits deeply embedded in Stoic practice. These brief moments of reflection align your daily actions with your deeper values, bringing clarity and inner peace to guide you through the day. Another small yet profound Stoic practice is reframing your responses to stress and external pressures. Instead of letting life's challenges dictate your emotions, you learn to pause and respond with calmness and reason. For example, if you're caught in traffic and feeling frustrated, Stoicism teaches you to shift your focus, not on the external circumstance, but on how you can respond. Can you turn this frustrating moment into something productive, like listening to a podcast? This kind of mindful adjustment turns every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Stoicism also encourages acceptance of the present moment. Instead of wishing things were different, embrace what is. Whether it's a minor inconvenience or a more significant challenge, by accepting it with grace, you strengthen your resilience and your ability to adapt to life's flow. One of the most empowering aspects of Stoicism is the way it reframes anxiety. According to Stoicism, anxiety doesn't stem from the events themselves, but from our judgments about those events. In other words, the root of anxiety is the fear of what we can't control, the future, other people's opinions, the outcomes of situations. Stoic philosophy gives you the power to reclaim control over your mental state. The only thing you can truly control are your actions, thoughts, and reactions. So the next time anxiety starts creeping in, ask yourself, am I worrying about something outside my control? If so, shift your focus back to what you can control, your response. This isn't about suppressing your emotions, but transforming them. It's about shifting your perspective so that you can assess the fear or anxiety, challenge its validity, and then focus on what you can do in that moment. A simple shift in mindset, like recognizing the difference between external events and internal reactions, can drastically reduce the hold anxiety has over you. Another powerful Stoic practice is premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of misfortune. This involves mentally preparing for potential challenges by visualizing the worst-case scenarios. While it may sound counterintuitive, this practice helps you mentally acclimate to adversity, so you're not paralyzed by fear when difficult situations arise. By confronting your fears ahead of time, you reduce their power, ultimately building resilience and reducing anxiety. The Stoics, including Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, knew that structure provides freedom. A well-crafted routine doesn't restrict us. It frees us from the chaos of daily decisions, aligning our actions with our highest principles and virtues. Your daily routine is like a garden. It requires regular attention to flourish. Start by identifying times during your day to engage in Stoic practices that reinforce your core values. Perhaps a morning meditation to cultivate peace, wisdom, and temperance, or setting aside time to Help others, practicing justice and courage. The key is to start with small, manageable commitments aligned with your natural rhythms. Journaling, another core Stoic practice, can be a powerful tool to help you reflect and keep yourself grounded. Consider setting aside time in your day to read Stoic texts and reflect on how you can embody their teachings. By checking in with yourself throughout the day, you develop a deeper understanding of whether your actions are in alignment with your values. A Stoic routine also embraces flexibility within its structure. Life is unpredictable, and Stoicism teaches us to approach those surprises with equanimity. If something unexpected arises, adjust your schedule. The goal isn't to adhere rigidly to a schedule, but to remain adaptable while staying true to your values. By building a routine around Stoic practices, you're not just following a set of actions, you're creating a life that continually aligns with your values and supports your growth. With time, these small, consistent steps become the foundation for a more intentional, virtuous life. Stoicism isn't just about theory, it's about action. It teaches us to face adversity with resilience, to question our anxieties, and to live each day with purpose. By starting small, managing anxiety, and creating a routine based on core values, you can slowly but surely transform your life. The journey is a lifelong one, but every small step you take brings you closer to mastering yourself, finding peace in the present, and leading a life rooted in wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Let's embrace these timeless principles and unlock our fullest potential. Living purposefully, according to Stoic values, is about more than simply following a checklist. It's about shaping your daily routine in a way that nurtures a virtuous, steady character, no matter the external circumstances. The ultimate goal is not just to be productive, but to cultivate integrity and philosophical fulfillment in your life. A Stoic routine goes beyond efficiency. It serves as the foundation for a life of ethical strength and lasting peace. One key Stoic practice is giving yourself the command to stop. This isn't just about halting an action or behavior. It's about asserting control over the impulses and desires that so often lead us astray. Freedom, in Stoic thought, comes from within. By taking control of our impulses, we can redirect our focus towards actions that align with our higher values. Let's consider how you might use this. Imagine you find yourself procrastinating, endlessly scrolling through social media when you could be doing something more meaningful. The Stoic command to stop here means more than just putting down your phone. It's about recognizing that your distraction is pulling you away from your deeper values. By consciously choosing to stop, you free up mental space to engage in more enriching activities, like reading a philosophical text or reflecting on your life. This practice is not limited to distractions. It can apply to any unproductive or harmful habits, like overeating or smoking. The Stoic principle is not just about stopping negative actions, but replacing them with positive ones. This is the idea of virtue substitution. By actively choosing a healthier, more virtuous path, you nurture your personal growth and well-being. Another powerful aspect of giving yourself the order to stop is taking a moment to reflect on why you engage in certain behaviors. What discomfort are you trying to avoid? Stoicism teaches us to face these discomforts head-on and learn how to cope with them, rather than relying on harmful habits to fill a void. This self-reflection leads to greater self-awareness, a core element of Stoic philosophy, and empowers you to make more informed, rational choices. Moving on to another critical practice, freeing up your precious resources. In today's world, we often squander our time, energy, and focus on things that don't align with our true goals or core values. We waste time on mindless scrolling or overcommitting to obligations out of guilt, rather than genuine purpose. Stoicism encourages us to evaluate everything we do through a lens of virtue. Ask yourself, does this activity contribute to my personal development? Does it align with my values of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance? To put this into action, start by auditing your daily activities. Identify where your time and energy go, what tasks drain you, and what consumes your attention. Are these things moving you closer to living a life of virtue? If not, it's time to make changes. Another important practice is reducing clutter, both physical and mental. By clearing your space and eliminating distractions, you create a tranquil environment that supports focus and reflection. This goes beyond just having a tidy home or office. It's about creating an atmosphere that fosters growth and philosophical engagement. In clearing these distractions, you make room for the deeper aspects of life, growth, reflection, and alignment. With Stoic principles, Next, consider embracing difficulty. Stoicism teaches us to willingly confront discomfort as a means of strengthening our character. Voluntary discomfort isn't just about proving how tough we are, it's about training ourselves to handle life's challenges with grace and composure. By facing difficult tasks, we build resilience and cultivate virtues like courage, perseverance, and temperance. Take a difficult task that you've been avoiding, whether it's a challenging project at work, a tough fitness routine, or an uncomfortable conversation, and approach it with the Stoic mindset. See it as an opportunity to develop your character. Break the task down into manageable steps, and remind yourself that the real value lies not in the outcome, but in the personal growth you will experience through the process. Stoicism doesn't suggest we should dive into difficulties blindly. Rather, it encourages us to prepare, think things through, and approach challenges systematically. With this approach, you'll not only increase your resilience, but also develop a deeper sense of confidence in your ability to navigate adversity. Lastly, examine the people you associate with. Stoicism teaches that the company we keep is not only a reflection of who we are, but also a significant influence on our personal growth. The philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus stressed the importance of surrounding yourself with individuals who embody the virtues you wish to cultivate. When you associate with people who challenge you, support your growth, and inspire you to uphold higher standards, you create a fertile ground for your own improvement. To apply this Stoic advice, start by evaluating your current relationships. Which ones encourage your growth? Which ones hold you back? Seek out connections with people who inspire you to be better, to live more virtuously. Your social circle has a profound impact on your journey toward becoming the person you aspire to be. By incorporating these Stoic principles into your routine, asserting control over your impulses, freeing up resources, embracing challenges, and surrounding yourself with growth-oriented people, you are not just improving your efficiency. You're cultivating a life grounded in virtue, purpose, and deep fulfillment. Each step you take is a step closer to becoming the best version of yourself, one that is not dependent on external circumstances but firmly anchored in your own character and choices. Cultivating meaningful connections, embracing change, and prioritizing what matters in life, it's essential to recognize the relationships and influences that shape who we are and where we're headed. The key to personal growth isn't about judging others, but about understanding how those around us affect our path. Once you identify the people who uplift you, it's important to nurture those connections. These are the people who inspire, support, and challenge you to grow. This may involve initiating deeper conversations, seeking their advice, or collaborating on projects that align with your shared values. But don't stop there. Actively seek new relationships that help shape the person you aspire to become. Join groups or communities that focus on areas of interest or personal development, whether that's a fitness class, a philosophy discussion group, or a volunteering organization. These spaces connect you with individuals who share your passions, values, and vision for the future. In Stoic philosophy, the goal isn't to surround yourself with perfect people, but to foster genuine connections that encourage you to live a life of wisdom, courage, and justice. By carefully curating your social circle, you build a supportive environment that promotes your growth and moral development. Change is often feared because it's unpredictable, but in Stoicism, it's seen as a natural and inevitable part of life. Just like the sunrise, change is beyond our control, and resisting it is futile. Instead, Stoics like Marcus Aurelius teach us to embrace change, not as something to be feared, but as an opportunity for growth. The key to overcoming the fear of change is adopting the Stoic concept of amor fati, which translates to love of fate. This means accepting everything that comes our way, including challenges or setbacks, as necessary parts of our journey. When we shift our mindset to accept that change brings valuable lessons, we release the anxiety that often accompanies uncertainty. To put this into practice, start by observing your reactions to small changes in your daily life, whether it's a sudden shift in your work schedule or a last-minute plan change. Notice any resistance you feel, and remind yourself that every change is an opportunity to practice resilience. Reflect on past changes that once seemed daunting, but ultimately led to growth and positive outcomes. By seeing change through the lens of Stoic wisdom, we transform what once seemed threatening into a powerful tool for self-improvement. A central tenet of Stoic philosophy is the idea of focusing on what truly contributes to your well-being and purpose. It's not about eliminating everything, but about shedding what distracts from your deeper values. In this way, Stoicism encourages us to simplify our lives, not just in material possessions, but in commitments, relationships, and even our thoughts. To apply this principle, start by evaluating your current commitments. Ask yourself, is this contributing to my personal growth? Does it align with my values? If something isn't serving your higher goals, it's time to let go. This could mean saying no to invitations, stepping back from draining projects, or distancing yourself from relationships that hold you back. Simplify your physical and digital spaces as well. By focusing only on what truly adds value to your life, you gain more time and energy for what matters most. Saying no to the inessential isn't about denying yourself pleasure or comfort. It's about being intentional with your choices, choosing the things that support your path to fulfillment and happiness. This discipline gives you greater control over your life, empowering you to prioritize the things that matter most. We all have a natural rhythm in life, the routines and practices that keep us grounded and aligned with our values. However, life is full of disruptions, whether from external events or internal emotional shifts. In Stoicism, the response to these disruptions isn't to panic or overreact, but to return to your rhythm with calm determination. Identify the core activities that make up your personal rhythm. These might include routines like morning meditation, physical exercise, time for reading, or reflection at the end of the day. When life throws you off balance, prioritize returning to these practices. They serve as your grounding forces, helping you realign with your values and regain focus. Reflect on the cause of any disruption. Was it something within your control? If so, what can be done differently next time? If it was beyond your control, remind yourself of the Stoic dichotomy of control. Focus on your reactions, not the events themselves. In returning to your rhythm, be kind to yourself. Stoicism teaches us that perfection is not the goal, continuous improvement is. Every time you find your balance again, you're strengthening your commitment to growth. By applying these Stoic principles, curating meaningful relationships, embracing change, simplifying your life, and returning to your rhythm, you create a life that is purposeful, resilient, and in alignment with your values. Every step forward in self-mastery teaches you to face life's challenges with wisdom and courage.